Now I want to go over some functions of on the screen, and these are really explained very well in the helps section that I first showed you. Well, we're going to start out with the number one feature is the menu bar. That's followed by what they call the transport tools, and this basically is how you play it, record it, backwind it. So these are your transport tools. Number three is your tools for your toolbar, and this is where you'll use when you do some editing, like you're going to change the sound, the volume, or you want to move the line, move the the wave signal. You can do that here. Number four is a recorder meter, and this shows you if you're recording sound or bringing sound in, how that looks from a volume standpoint. Number five is your playback meter tool. It shows you the volume on your playback. Number six is the tool mixer, and this is how you adjust the volumes of your microphone and your speakers to get the balance you want. Number seven is your edit tools. This is different functions that you use if you're going to actually do some editing. You can actually make your scale larger and smaller. You can separate and split sound waves. So that's your edit toolbar. Number eight is your transportation tools, and that's again, it's how you can move the size of your play bar. Number nine, device tools. Again, this controls your which devices you're using for your input and output, particularly your input. If you're going to be recording with a microphone, something like this, an exterior mic, instead of watching a computer, you might want to use this. That's good for if you're doing voiceover or something like that. 10 is your timeline. 11 is your track control panel. In here, you can decide whether you want stereo or mono, all sorts where you can mute it or unmute it, left, right, so you can control your track with this. Number 12 is actually the track that you've selected. 13 is the track label. In other words, if you're going to label part of the track to do some work on it, there'll be a highlighted area for that. Number 14 is your selection tools, and this gives you actually your points of exactly where you are in the wave function as you're trying to edit it. And of course, number 15 is the status bar, and that just gives you the current status. So again, as I said, these are all outlined very well in the helps menu. And if you need more on that to study it, we're not going to use a lot of this stuff. Some of it's not very important, but we're going to be using this a lot. And we'll be using how to select parts, how to cut it and move and stuff like that when we're talking about how to overlay sound and and layer sounds, because you can do multiple tracks. As I got right here, you actually can have multiple tracks, and you'll see that as we get into this on editing one of your sermons or soundtracks.